Previously on Believe Nothing.
Slide 1. The luxury holiday island of Runa Fushi, this time last year. Slide 2. The luxury holiday island of Runa Fushi, yesterday. 5 meters below the Indian Ocean.
The question is, should this change this council's policy on global warming?
Mr. Chairman, I have received a personal message from the President of the United States who thinks that we should suppress debate on global warming to protect America's oil, nuclear, and automobile industries.
I beg your pardon. George W. is telling us how to run the world?
I am not convinced that global warming is really the cause of these climate changes.
100 million penguins dead of heat stroke can't all be wrong, Henry.
Could these penguins be rendered finger-licking good?
Not now, Colonel. Hello. Yes, I am Quadruple Professor Adonis Canute. And welcome to my long history of time, not to be confused with Stephen Hawking's superficial treatment of the same subject. Over the next 104 weeks, I will answer such questions as, what is time for? Why do we put the clocks back? And why is it the only things that start on time are those that you're late for? But don't worry, there will be subtitles for the educationally normal.
And that's a wrap.
No, it's a cape. The ignorance of some people, Albumin.
I know, sir.
I can't wait to work again with you, Professor. We must keep in touch. You can phone me, you can email me, or you can text me.
May I fax you?
I'd love that.
I should think sexual intercourse with her is a dead cert, sir.
Yes, but she's so shallow.
You can tell just by looking. There's a letter from the BBC, sir.
Probably the Director General asking me to make a second series. Dear Quadruple Professor Canute, the pilot episode of your long history of time is undeniably a masterpiece. Well, of course it is. However, the Deputy Senior Genre Commissioner, Factual Entertainment and Science Features, brackets except Northern Ireland, close brackets, has reluctantly decided not to commission the series, as she feels its esoteric tone would alienate the man in the street. What man? What street?
Well, they aren't going to put your show out then, sir.
Oh, yes, with the milk bottles. The pilot episode will be shown at 3 a.m. tomorrow on BBC Digital Choice Gold 2. Except for viewers in Scotland, who will get another chance to see Muriel Gray Does Dallas. How dare they?
Would it help if I went to Broadcasting House and took a couple of governors hostage, sir?
Well, who'd pay to get them back?
That's a good point.
This is disgraceful. I am going to have to stay up all night to watch myself.
Well, I could take the programme for you, sir.
Could you? Yes, of course you could. Well done.
I'll just trot up to the servants' quarters and fetch the machine down here.
Hello, Albumin.
Dr. Awkward.
Professor, did you know I'm standing for the Greens at the council election?
So that's why you're impersonating a courgette?
I hope I can count on your enthusiastic endorsement.
Vote for Hannah Awkward for more bottle banks and a cleaner canal. Absolutely. You'll save the world with those policies. Now, a drink.
Is Albumin quite well? He looked rather pale and sweaty.
Well, he is working class. Perfect timing. 2 schooners of green chartreuse, please, Albumin. Rather apt, I thought.
Thank you. Albumin! Oh, he's burning up. I'd better administer mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
You only do that when someone stops breathing.
No, it might help, sir.
Do you have a thermometer?
Yes, I do. Bend over, albumin.
No, I'm sure I'll pull through, sir. I'll just connect you up there.
Good boy. I mean, good man.
He's obviously ill.
Nonsense. He's as fit as a flea.
The average flea has a life expectancy of 2 weeks.
There you are, sir. I've set the video for 3 a.m.
Splendid. What would I do without you?
I don't know, sir, but if I could have the rest of the day off, you might find out.
Day off? Who's going to cook my supper?
That is so selfish.
I have to put myself first. I am a national treasure.
Perhaps just this once, sir, you could order a takeaway.
A takeaway? Who takes away what? And why?
You're so out of touch. In essence, one telephones a pizza parlour, Indian restaurant, or any other so-called fast food establishment, and a youth who hasn't yet passed his motorcycle test, so is otherwise unemployable, brings tepid food right to your door.
Then why do they call it a takeaway and not a bring-around? And they say I don't understand the man in the road. Oh. Oh. It's much better now. It's got up to room temperature.
And now on BBC Choice Gold 2, A Long History of Time, with Professor Adonis C. Nutt.
Jesus C.H. Christ! In those far-off days, a nation of simple peasants told the time by the rising of the sun, the waning of the moon, and the movements of the stars. In the 21st century, we have digital watches, atomic clocks, computers that process 1 trillion calculations in a nanosecond. And so we believe that we are the masters of time. But what?
Henry, whose dumb idea was to record every single goddamn conversation inside the goddamn White House?
Yours, Mr. President. You said you wanted future generations to marvel at President Nixon's wise and brilliant administration, remember?
Well, Jesus! This is unacceptable. There must be no whitewash at the White House.
You malicious bastard! You deliberately set that video to stop 1 minute before the end, didn't you?
There's some old film instead of my credits. Where is conceived and written by Adonis Canute? Based on an idea by Adonis Canute. Executive producer, Adonis Canute.
It's the video recorder, sir. I should have remembered it cuts off the last minute of every programme.
Because it's a piece of superannuated junk.
Oh, so all video machines do that? I don't know why. Shall I make your breakfast now, sir?
You are so inconsiderate.
Albumin, I brought you some organic kumquats. You can't just leave him on the floor.
He's heavy and possibly infectious.
I have to see if I can get him into bed.
I'll do it.
Red Leicester and Piccalilli on wholemeal ciabatta.
You must call a doctor. He's delirious.
Or perhaps just very hungry. Oh, right. Dr. Newpost, Canute. Well, of course it's an emergency. It's my valet. He's turned a nasty colour. I'll ask an expert. Hannah, how green is my valet?
Avocado with a fungus.
Exactly. Very green indeed. How soon can you get here? Next Tuesday. Oh, I see. And for cash? Excellent.
What happened?
Oh, you're all right. Well, in fact, you aren't all right. You're extremely ill.
That was quick.
13.5 seconds. My record for cash is 11 seconds dead. Oh, you were right. She is green.
No, not her. Him. The Incredible Hulk.
I don't like the look of this.
Nor do I. What a vulgar watch.
I mean the patient. This chronometer was presented to me by the International Olympic Movement.
You're Clarence Newell-Post, aren't you?
Well, of course he is. So what?
Well, he was one of our leading athletes in the 1970s.
I'd have been world champion if they hadn't gone over to digital timing. I could never shave that last 100th off my personal best.
You ever tried waxing?
Well, sometimes I wonder whether all digital watches run fast, the way records tumble by the week nowadays.
It was tragic. Clarence Newell-Post was denied his place in sporting history.
How do you know?
Dr. Newell-Post and my father were lovers.
Oh, right.
Are you Vincent Awkward's little girl? Good Lord! So Vaseline Vinny finally had sex with a woman. Gosh, I remember the first time I met Vincent Awkward.
In the relay race, I imagine.
I don't care what kind of cheese, so long as it's not yak.
He's getting worse.
Who?
The patient?
Oh! Yuck. Has he swum in the Ganges recently?
Not to my knowledge, but you can never be sure with albumin.
Oxford Royal Infirmary, Newell-Post, I need a bed. No, for a patient. They've got a spare bed in the overflow ward.
Yeah, you mean a trolley in the sewage plant?
It's a very nice sewage plant by a prize-winning architect.
And for cash? And they say we don't have a two-tier health service. Harder. Don't be afraid to rub. Use both hands, it won't break. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect, Hannah. Now, why don't you drink up your coffee before it goes cold?
It's already got a skin on it thicker than yours. You've taken advantage of my obsessive-compulsive cleaning disorder.
I didn't know you had an obsessive-compulsive disorder.
Neither did I till I saw the mess.
Well, it looks lovely, Hannah. Why don't you take the weight off your feet and transfer it to my lap?
Certainly not. I have hustings this evening.
Have you? Oh, I hope they clear up.
I have to practice my speech.
Well, why don't you practice on me? I am not without experience in the field of public speaking. I once persuaded the Oxford Union to vote for the proposition this House would rather wake up with Margaret Thatcher than go to bed with Michelle Pfeiffer.
How did you manage that?
Sheer oratorical power. And mind-altering drugs in the complimentary sherry. Which is the only chance you'll ever get of getting elected.
You can be cruel.
Oh, thank you for the kind offer. But first, let's hear your speech. You don't mind if I heckle, do you? Just for atmosphere?
Oh, feel free. My friends, the world faces a terrible crisis. A former lover of mine at this very moment lies in an isolation ward, stricken with a tropical disease contracted right here in Oxford.
Former lover? Who?
Albumin. I was embellishing for effect.
What tropical disease? That's a complete fabrication.
I can't tell the truth. I'm trying to get elected. My friends, global warming is a fact.
And what about albumin? Has he been warming your globes?
Of course not. He loves you. You're his world. In fact, when I offered myself to him, he rejected me.
You offered yourself?
Yes, I was going through my sluttish phase.
Has it ended, this sluttish phase?
It only lasted an afternoon.
Damn. Well, if it recurs, you let me know.
If you want evidence of global warming, simply look around. Ask yourself why there is blossom on the trees in February. Ask why migratory birds don't fly south until after Christmas. Either the world is getting warmer or someone has moved the calendar by 3 months, which I think is rather less likely. I'm going to pause there for laughter.
Yeah, don't hold your breath. Now come over here and watch my program. You'll watch a master at work.
You sure no one knows we're down here?
Don't worry, Mr. President. You can talk freely.
I've been caught out that way before.
Go around and fix the corkscrews.
When do you come on?
Oh, this isn't my program. Haberman must have recorded me over some old film about Watergate.
Watergate?
When Nixon's henchmen burgled the opposition's headquarters.
Nixon?
Have you never heard of Watergate?
No.
How many GCSEs do you have?
17. All at Grade A star.
And you never heard of Watergate?
No.
Henry Kissinger?
Henry rings a bell.
Vietnam?
Yes! They featured Vietnam on Wish You Were Here.
Oh, is he better? Because there's a pile of ironing.
I'm afraid this man is suffering from radiation sickness. There's nothing we can do for him unless we trace the source.
Must have been when he went on that holiday to Chernobyl. I told you there had to be a downside to 14 days full board for £9.99.
This is a far more recent exposure.
Shouldn't you keep him in hospital?
He said he'd missed the sound of his master's voice.
Oh, good old Albumin. Good old Albumin.
My bill. There's a discount for cash. Small non-sequential notes preferred.
You don't mind looking after me until I die, sir. I shouldn't be long.
Of course I don't mind. That's why I hold doctorates in 4 separate disciplines, so that I can wipe your ass!
How can you be so callous? He's dying.
Nonsense! That's just what doctors say to cover themselves. Albumin, I thought just a light supper.
Oh, thank you, sir.
What?
I'll cook. Albumin, why don't you rest and watch the professor on television?
Oh, a dying man's wish fulfilled.
Mr. President, I've checked the tapes, and there are only 18 minutes, which make you look really bad.
You mean the stuff about assassinating the older Kennedys?
Right.
Drugging the third brother and putting him in a car with a young woman and driving it off a bridge? And the, Martin Luther King business?
Huh?
That would make such a great impression. Someone's coming.
Oh, how do you rewind this wretched machine? Who's that? That looks like you.
No, it's my dad. He was a janitor at the White House till they found out he was a card-carrying communist. If only he'd left his card at home.
Then this tape is genuine.
Oh, I suppose so. It came with a video machine.
Which your father stole from the White House.
According to family legend.
Then this unique historic tape is genuine.
Oh, there's a whole bag of tapes. Yeah, I recorded over most of them. Darts, mainly.
So how am I going to lose those incriminating 80 minutes, Henry?
You could say you were having sex in the Oval Office with an intern?
Who's going to believe that a president of the United States would do a thing like that? We've got to do better than that, Henry. Time's running out.
Exactly. Have you seen my new watch?
Oh, yeah, I got one of those from Chairman Mao, too. What's the big deal?
It's digital.
So?
And the timer on that prototype videotape recorder, that's digital, too.
Well, who gives a flying...
Look, don't you see? Digital is new. It's hip. It's trendy. As the kids are saying, it's where it's at.
What kids? If I catch my kids talking like that...
Mr. President, Mr. President, where does the time that's in this watch come from?
Huh?
There's no spring, no cogs, no dial even. So where does it come from? I'll tell you, it comes from a chip of vibrating quartz. These things are going to sweep the world, and people will believe that time is whatever 2 cents worth of quartz says it is.
Then Dr. Newell Post was right. They have been tampering with time. So,
we are agreed. We will set up a subcommittee to ensure the world's media pushes global warming right down the news agenda, below the true burning issue of the decade.
Has Britney Spears had breast implants?
Exactly. You've a nose for news.
I have a nose for breast implants. However, on a point of information, Mr. Chairman, there is actually no such thing as global warming. Is there, Doctor?
I have no reason to disbelieve.
Do you still have that watch that Chairman Mayall gave you?
What?
You see, Mr. Chairman, it all goes back to Watergate and how someone got rid of those 18 incriminating minutes. The plan was simple, but audacious. When President Nixon first visited China, he saw the world's first digital watches, and one of his more intelligent advisors realized that people would think these digital watches to be superior to the old wind-up kind. So they subsidized the Chinese to produce millions and millions of these cheap digital timepieces, which were engineered to reduce every hour by a factor of 30 seconds. Soon, almost everyone in the USA would own one of these new watches, and within a couple of days, the 18 minutes would just vanish.
You've no proof.
Oh. It's now 30 years since Watergate, so the calendar is now 3 months adrift. So, councillors, the only reason it seems to be as warm as April in January these days is because it actually is April in January.
Canute, this is great news. If global warming is a myth, we can ignore all demands to make our industries cleaner and more energy efficient.
And you can tell the president to just carry on polluting.
No hard feelings.
Just another intellectual exercise as far as I'm concerned.
In that case, may I ask how you obtained that videotape?
Why?
Because there is only one VCR that is able to play those tapes. It was a present from the Chinese, and it was stolen from the White House.
Was it?
Well, we didn't really mind, because the CIA had discovered that the Chinese had stuffed the machine with plutonium to try and poison the president.
Mr. Chairman, if you could just excuse me for a moment.